Welcome back everyone, the Calorie Man is here today with a video of a full day of eating. What am I gonna eat today? What time? And how many calories are in the stuff that I'm gonna eat? Let me tell you everything about it. But first of all, have you subscribed to the channel? No? Just do it. Do it now, please. Back to business. Today is Saturday, and my Saturday starts quite early at 5 a.m. when I wake up before I go straight into a personal training session with Jamie at 5:45. I'm gonna take you through the day from my very first meal until the last one before I go to bed, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any question at any stage, please write it down below. I would love to hear your feedback, but now let's not waste any more time and let's do it. There I am in my kitchen. The day starts now. It's 5:22 in the morning and I've been awake for about 20 or so minutes, and I'm going to show you all the necessary stuff to prepare my first meal. So, shaking bottle, a nice shot of espresso coffee, and some sweetener, so a mix of erythritol and stevia, sugar-free chocolate powder, a spoon, a teaspoon, cinnamon, almond milk, unsweetened. Oh, don't forget to shake your almond milk, otherwise you will end up drinking some fresh water and then some strong almond milk later on. Protein powder, I like the chocolate for this mix. I always start with the liquid part, so I do believe that it mixes better this way. So I'm going to put the almond milk just halfway through the bottle, and shot of espresso is in. I then want to put the sugar-free chocolate, 40 grams. And next I'm gonna go with the sweetener, about 10 grams. We're looking at 2 or 3 calories, so it doesn't really matter. It really depends how sweet you like it. A pinch of cinnamon, it has virtually no calories, so I'll leave that totally up to you. Next, the protein powder. I'm gonna add a scoop, which is 22 grams in this case. There you go. And everything is ready to be shaken around. I also need to top it up with milk. So total amount of milk is about 600 ml. Close it off and give it a good shake. Now, while the Calorie Man shakes his dignity away, let me tell you something. I'm not a fan of pre-workouts, but I do love my protein shake before training, so that by the time I finish my session, I will have digested at least some of the proteins and my muscles can build new tissues straight away. And the taste is pretty good too. But now, let's go and train, and I'll see you shortly. Training session is behind my back. Where? Just a way of saying. Coffee as usual is done. I would estimate this to be around 100 calories. It's an almond milk cafe latte. I'm going to drink these, and next time that I'll see you, it'll be in my kitchen for a proper breakfast. See you then. Welcome back to HQ. For this breakfast, we are gonna need a bowl, a couple of spoons, like a teaspoon and a tablespoon. Also, you wanna have a spatula and a whisker, and you wanna get one of those nice frying pans. Also, going to the ingredients, you want to get some egg whites, 6 crumpets, and the sweetener as we used before, and some spraying oil. Let's start by adding 300 grams of egg white in the bowl. After that, we want to add the usual pinch of cinnamon, no calories, no problems. And we want to go with some sweetener, 8 to 10 grams, like a nice tablespoon will do it, and we're gonna whisk it away, let's say until the cinnamon is completely blended in the egg white, and you may have some bubbles as well. And now, next step, open up the crumpets, soak them in, 3 at a time in my case, and you want to leave them there for a minute or 2. There's not really any particular instruction. Next step, you want to spray the oil in your pan, and I also like to wipe it off a bit so that I take any unnecessary residual off the pan. Turn on the stove to medium heat, and once your pan is warm, you just wanna flip your crumpets and pop them in like that. Then simply add the other two. So number 2 is in, and now I'm gonna put the number 3. And while that happens, while they cook, don't forget to soak the other 3 crumpets that you have. Next step, you just wanna push them down a little bit, make sure that they cook throughout before you flip them over, and they should look like this. Now remember, you can always use bread. I prefer crumpets as they are fluffy and they have less calories than bread. Now I'm going to plate them up. That's the first batch. We are just going to repeat what we did before. So we plate those up, and then we just want to pop the other 3 in and cook them, I would say a couple of minutes per side. So I'm going to do that again, and there they go. And you will have some leftover egg white that you can either cook, throw away, or simply sprinkle over your crumpets. This is what I like to do for extra fluffiness, and you can use this tip for crumpets or normal bread when making French toast. But now let's move on with the second part of my breakfast, which is anabolic ice cream. I'm gonna use a coffee flavored unsweetened almond milk, about 190 grams. I'm gonna pop it into a blender, and I'm gonna have also some egg white, 90 grams to be exact. We also want to put some ice cubes in there. I would say 7 or 8 ice cubes. Sweetener, about 20 grams, so a couple of tablespoons. The usual pinch of cinnamon, and we're going to use protein powder again, but this time vanilla flavored. 2 scoops in total, so about 45 grams. Next and last ingredient, frozen berries. Remember, I like strawberries. They are the least in calories, but you can have blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries. Don't forget your lid, and then it's time to turn the bad boy on. I normally run a couple of cycles. The first one goes for 1 minute and 10 seconds. In the meantime, I also want to add some low-calorie maple syrup to my crumpets. It doesn't add many calories, but it adds a lot of taste. And once the blender is done its job, we do want to start it again for 2 minutes on high speed. And while that happens, let me take the chance to let you know that this entire breakfast is highly inspired by Greg Doucette, who taught me the concept of low calorie dense food. So a lot of food for the smallest amount of calories possible. And now in a second, you're gonna check out the real test. Now the real deal is, if it doesn't clip out, pretty good. Done. And let's have it. So for breakfast, these. Ta-da! That was really delicious, and there's just a little bit of leftover. It's currently 2 p.m. I'm sitting in my garage as I'm doing some stuff in here, and I haven't had any lunch or anything yet since the breakfast, as it was so yum and filling. However, I'm thirsty now, and I found one of those. And what is it, Calorie Man? It's a lemon lime and bitter with no sugar added. 11 calories in this bottle. By the way, I'm not sponsoring anything. I really believe that this is good stuff. And if you want to know where to get it, please let me know, comment. I'm just gonna have these, and I'll see you at my next meal. 3:30 now. I had to get out to get some shopping at the local shopping center, and I got another coffee. So let's estimate this to be another 100 calories, and will get me through. And I'll see you in a little bit. It's time to prepare some dinner, and I've got some fresh tomatoes here, which I'm going to use to make a fresh tomato sauce that will go together with some white fish and prawns with my pasta. I like a lot of vegetables, in particular broccoli and Brussels sprouts, and I will have some mixed lettuce salad. Now, let me take you through the preparation, and then I'm going to show you the final product. I'm going to start by adding some hot boiling water to my tomatoes, and once they split, I'm going to place them in my pan. Spray them with a little bit of oil, a pinch of salt, and then lid on and fire on. After a couple of moments, you should have something looking like this. And what you want to do with a little strainer, you just want to push them through so that you squeeze all the juice out, but you're going to leave the skin and the seeds in the strainer. And with just a little bit of patience, after a couple of moments, you should have something that looks like this. There you go. Time to prepare some pasta. I normally like to have between 85 and 100 grams. Today I'm gonna settle for, let's see what the scale says, 87. Time to put 2 pieces of cod in, 85 grams of prawns. There you go. Lid on, fire on. 2 minutes later, that's what it looks like. And after 2 more minutes, it will look like this. And believe me, it smells pretty good. You can add basil or spices to your liking. Time to cook the pasta. 4 minutes have gone. So let's strain the pasta and then add it to the sauce and mix it up. While that happens, I'm gonna plate up my vegetables. So broccoli, Brussels sprouts and cauliflower today, and also a massive amount of mixed salad, which I'm gonna dress up with the condiments that you see at the back of my bench. Some Italian dressing, mustard and seasoning. You can use different plates, but I like to plate up everything together so that I have a split of 3 and everything is in front of me. And there you go. Dinner is served, ready to go on the table. It's 8:15 at night, and after dinner I came back to my garage to finish off the things that I was doing earlier this afternoon. Shortly I'm gonna head back inside and have my last meal of the day. It better be something nice and delicious, and I'm very excited because I do love my pre-bed meal. It's gonna be anabolic ice cream again, exactly like the one that I made this morning for breakfast, and together with that I'm gonna have some popcorn. Who doesn't like popcorn? I'm going to add 120 grams of popcorn to my popcorn maker. Turn it on, no butter, no oil. These machines are great, so you can actually be in control of the calories that you're gonna have. And while the popcorn maker does its job, let me thank once again Coach Greg Doucette for the great idea about popcorn and low calorie dense food. This is the best snack. I've never thought of it. I always thought that popcorn was junk food, but actually made this way, it's really enjoyable. And there you go, this massive bowl, which I'm gonna have with my anabolic ice cream. Time to wrap up the video, so let me run you through the numbers of my full day of eating. First thing in the morning, the shake that I had accounted for 263 calories, followed by the almond latte that I had after my training session, another 100 calories. Breakfast was French toast crumpets, 674 calories, together with the anabolic ice cream, 405 calories. How good was that? Later in the day, I had another almond latte, so another 100 calories. And let's not forget the lemon bitter, 11 calories. Dinner time, pasta with fish, broccoli, salad, plus all the dressing, 850 calories in total. And pre-bed snack, so the anabolic ice cream again, and the popcorn that you saw a few moments ago, 820 calories. Altogether, 3,223 calories in for the day for the Calorie Man. Calories out, according to my Fitbit Versa, 3,986, which puts me in a deficit of 763 calories. Now, let's keep in mind that this is just an estimate and there's a lot of margin for error. I'm not gonna go into the calories out, but let me tell you a little bit more about the calories in. Let me tell you the way that I do count calories. Hey, I'm the Calorie Man. I'm the best at this. So what you want to do when you count calories, you want to forget about the serving size because it could be completely out of whack, and just focus on the calories per 100 grams. So if you want to estimate calories for a certain serve of pasta, what you're going to do, you look at the calories per 100 gram. Let's assume, to make this very, very simple, that it's 200 calories per 100 gram. So you're going to subdivide 200 by 100 and you will have 2, which is the amount of calories per gram. And then you're going to multiply that 2 by the amount of grams that you're going to have. So if you're planning on having 80 grams of that pasta, you're gonna do 2 times 80, 160. So your serve of pasta will have 160 calories. There's still a lot of other things that could go wrong in the estimate or calculation, but let's keep it simple. And if you want to count calories, this is my tip. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment down below if you have any question. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.